What's up, guys? Welcome back. So this video is going to be doing predictions for games going on Wednesday, February 13th. But before I get into that, I want to do a little recap of last night. We saw some crazy things happen. Saw Duke erase a 23-point deficit in the second half. We're down 23 with 9:10 left in the game. Threw on a press, turned over Louisville over 10 times in the second half. So an impressive win there from Duke. Saw Zion Williamson pour in 27. We also saw Maryland get a comeback victory against Purdue. They were down, started the second half, came back and won by 14. Maryland, a team that matched up well against Purdue. We also saw Kentucky lose on a buzzer beater to LSU at home. Not reviewable, though. It was goaltending, the game-winning tip-in, but they cannot review it. He did get it off in time, though, so a tough blow there for Kentucky. We also saw Michigan State battle out a win on the road at Wisconsin. Impressive one there. One that was not easy for them. And an impressive win, like I said. We also saw Michigan lose to Penn State. John Beilein got ejected just before halftime. So Michigan's struggles on the road in the Big Ten continue. We also saw Marquette get a big win on the road at DePaul, and Kansas State as well. Got a win on the road at Texas. So now I'm going to get into my predictions for tonight. So the first game I'll be talking about, actually my sure pick of the night, comes from South Carolina at Tennessee. Tennessee is my sure pick because they've already faced off at South Carolina and beat them by 22. So we know that Tennessee can play really well against this team, even on the road. Tennessee does too much down low with Grant Williams. He creates a lot of pressure on defenses to collapse on him. I think he'll do the same thing against South Carolina. South Carolina is a good team. Played pretty good in the SEC, 7-3 in conference. Just a couple games back, but I still do like Tennessee in this one as my sure pick of the night. Next game we got Providence at number 13, Villanova. Villanova was up in the air for my sure pick of the night, but just the way I saw them play at Marquette early, they rely heavily on that three-point shot, and if it's not there, they could struggle, and they're going against a decent Providence team, a Providence team that is in the hunt towards the middle of the pack of the Big East. I do like Villanova. I think they'll have a good shooting night back at home. I like them over Providence in that one. Next game we got Wake Forest at number 17, Florida State. Florida State starting to get hot. Good to see for them. A little bit of a weaker schedule in ACC play, which is why we might have seen a couple wins. But they did win over Syracuse on the road and at home versus Louisville, won 5 in a row. I think they keep it rolling. They're too athletic defensive-wise. I think they're going to overwhelm Wake Forest in this one. I think they'll do a good job of keeping Childress to a minimum from scoring tonight. So I like Florida State in that one. Next game we got Clemson at Miami. I like Clemson in this one. Clemson has been rolling recently. They've won 4 in a row. They're going on a struggling Miami team. I think Clemson keeps it going. Miami's lost 4 of the last 5. I like Clemson to win that one on the road and continue to move up in the ranks in the ACC standings. Next game we have Georgia Tech at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech ranked 22nd now. Struggling a little bit recently. Have lost 2 in a row now. They are missing their point guard, Justin Robinson, who was out for a little bit yet. I do think they match up well against Georgia Tech, though. I think they'll be able to handle them. We're going to need to see Alexander Walker play well. I think they will. I think we'll see Virginia Tech bounce back, get a win against a weaker Georgia Tech team who does a poor job of rebounding and with turnovers. So I like Virginia Tech in that one. Next game we got Syracuse at NC State. My game of the night, just because these two teams match up so well. Both are 17-7. I do like Syracuse to actually go on the road and win this one. A lot of people can't figure out Syracuse. I think they play better in big-time games on the road at NC State. I like Tyus Battle, O'Shea Brissett, Elijah Hughes. I think those guys will have a big night They match up pretty well against NC State's bigger guards and Torin Dorn, Devon Daniels as well. So I think Syracuse does a good job matching up with them, and I think they're going to be able to take away that height advantage that NC State normally has on some of those guards with some big guards themselves. So I think they'll be able to match up well and get the win at NC State. Next game we got Ole Miss at Auburn, two teams that are really tough to figure out, have been frustrating to pick all year just because of their inconsistency. But we've seen Ole Miss get hot recently, won 2 in a row. Auburn just coming off a loss to a good LSU team who just upset Kentucky. I do like Auburn in this one. It's going to be a great matchup in the backcourt with Tyree and Davis of Ole Miss versus Brown and Harper of Auburn. Auburn's at home. I like the backcourt they got in Brown and Harper. I expect them to beat Ole Miss at home, a game that I think they must win. Next game we got Creighton at Xavier. Just a quick run through here. Creighton, I think, is going to have a little bit of difficulty on the road, as we've seen, have lost 2 in a row on the road now. Xavier, though, lost 6 in a row. I think Creighton comes out, continues to kick Xavier while they're down. I think they're going to shoot the ball well with Tyshawn Alexander, Ballack as well. So I like Creighton in that one to go on the road and beat Xavier, but it's going to be a tough battle as every game on the road in the Big East is. Next game we got Georgetown at Seton Hall. Georgetown has lost 2 of the last 3, lost just at home to Butler. Seton Hall got a win at home over Creighton, but had lost 3 of the last 4 before that. So teams that are kind of struggling. Both teams are 5-6 in the Big East, so a game they need to get closer towards the top. I do like Georgetown in this one, however. I think Jesse Govan is going to be too much for Seton Hall to handle. It would be a big win for them on the road. Would be definitely be an upset pick. So I do like Georgetown and Akinjo and McClung to go on the road and get a win at Seton Hall. Next game we have Texas Tech, ranked 15th on the road at Oklahoma State. A fun one here, actually, because Oklahoma State does give some teams some good battles. Lost to 2 at TCU. Lost 1 by 4 against South Carolina. Hung in there with Oklahoma. Played decently at Kansas. I do like Texas Tech, though. Their offense is not going to need to show up, which often doesn't. I think their defense is going to turn some turnovers into offense, so I do like Texas Tech in that one over Oklahoma State. Final game of the night, Minnesota at Nebraska. 2 teams middle of the Big Ten. Minnesota's obviously more towards the top. I do like Minnesota in this one. Nebraska is missing Isaac Copeland Jr. Have lost 7 in a row now. I think Jordan Murphy's going to take advantage of Copeland being out. And I also like Amir Coffey, the way he can get to his left hand. Going up against James Palmer Jr., though, they're going to have to do a good job guarding him. However, I do like Minnesota in that one to get the win over Nebraska. All right, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Like this video, comment, subscribe down below. I'll be dropping my podcast, I believe, later today, so I'll be looking forward to that. I'll be talking about the 5 teams with the best chance to win the national championship, so I'll be looking for that. Also, go follow my Twitter and Instagram, Hilly Hoops. I would appreciate you if you guys would do that. I do a lot of things of posting big-time games going on, so thanks for watching, guys, and let me know what games you're watching tonight and what you're looking forward to. Thanks for watching.